in weakness and in strength. I'm strong. That's what society wants me to say, isn't it? I'm a strong, independent person. Yes, I am. Resilient, tough, able to take the rough with the smooth. Troubles just bounce off me. I take the right decisions. I am far-sighted, fearless, capable. I can cope with anything. Let me say it again. I am strong. Really? Is that right? Is that actually my experience? Oh, and I know that's the message the world is constantly throwing at me. I know that's what the glittery motivational speakers and slogans say. But in my experience, if you fall for that message, if you believe what the glossy books and posters say, then all you're doing is setting yourself up for a crash. If I constantly say to myself, I am strong, I am capable, what happens when I fall? What happens when we realise that actually we are all, each and every one of us, more fragile than we ever care to admit? What are we meant to do with all of this talk of strength and resilience on dark days? On tear-filled days, on days when you just don't feel that you are up to all that is coming your way? If you have bought into the delusion that we have to be strong all the time, then finding that is not the case brings with it a crushing sense of failure and, worse, guilt. Actually, I have found it to be a release to admit that I am weak. Of course, the world doesn't look too kindly when I admit that I'm limited or incapable, when I am all too aware of the cracks in my armour. Oh, and heaven forbid I should ever admit that I was wrong about anything. To show weakness, vulnerability, it's shocking. But time and again, I have discovered that I need to open my heart to my weakness and God's strength. I need to see where the reality of things lies, not sometimes, all the time. God's strength is there for me. It is there in the prayers of others. It is there for me to lean on, to live within. It is true on the days when I feel capable and strong. It is true on the days when I barely know how I am going to face the day. It is the strength that is found in unbreakable kindness, constant gentleness, the warmth of a breathtaking depth of love. And on days when I do not feel up to the tasks that are before me, on the days when the voices of despair in my head are very loud, I discover that in letting go, I find the ground of my being and the reality of how in God things actually are. That's real strength.